Something that's been known since Fusion's launch, basically, is that with Fusion's banning system, Lakatraz, the creator of Fusion, and a couple of his friends have some code in it that makes them unbannable. This is a silly little thing that I doubt has ever actually been used more than maybe one time since implemented, and doesn't really cause any harm. You don't see people running around and squealing about how they had Lakatraz show up in his lobby and bother people. He just doesn't do that. Regardless, reasonably, someone didn't like that very much and took it to the next level by making a code mod called No Fusion Backdoor, in which it disables this ban prevention. Now, there's nothing wrong with making this mod, and not liking the idea of someone being able to join your lobby at any time is something I completely understand and think is reasonable. Well, regardless, this person has gotten 4 mods made about their mod for what I could only assume to be related to his message made when releasing the mod. The whole readme of this mod says, "It has been brought to my attention that for some reason, Lakatraz, creator of Bonelab Fusion, added a backdoor in the punishment logic where if you try to ban or kick anyone of Lakatraz's buddies on this list, it will show an error as if the ban bugged out." This person also provides links to the code that showcases these functions. It's not hidden at all. This isn't like a big secret in case you're thinking it was. Continuing on this message, it reads, "I don't know if this was done maliciously or not. Honestly, I don't really care. I don't want unbannable users in my Fusion servers, and if you agree, this mod is for you." I'd say, I mean, a little much. He's not Hitler bringing on the Third Reich to take over your country. He just made it so he can join your server, which he realistically won't even do. So regardless of this mod, you were probably free to masturbate with your partner and not get caught by Mr. Lakatraz himself. But I guess with this, you're even more secure from such a random occurrence happening. So far, pretty reasonable. And then we have the last line, which reads, "Honestly, I know that this was probably done so you can harass your audience of mostly children. So sincerely, screw you, Lakatraz." First off, corny, holy shit, you are not Mr. Incredible saving the wee kids of Bonelab Fusion. And secondly, it's not Lakatraz's audience, it's Bonelab's. He didn't really fucking attract the children here because he made a multiplayer mod for a rated M game. I don't know why you're going after Lakatraz when a literal YouTuber right here who's made a Minecraft video is out in the wild, you know? Maybe he wants the kids. Oh shit. It's not like this last bit of this readme is the end of the world or anything. And hell, the mod itself actually is a completely rational thing. Assuming you're cranking your shit in Bonelab, I don't think you should do that, but who am I to tell you not to? Have fun. The readme is just kind of corny, so I presume that's the reason people decided to bag on it in admittedly pretty funny ways, starting with you'll literally never guess the mod name, starting with No Fusion Backshots. This one's readme states basically the exact same thing as the last time, except mentioning backshots and miscellaneous sexual references that I don't want to get demonetized by mentioning, but it's the same thing. What I will mention about this readme is instead of saying "screw you Lakatraz" by Vega, it says "fuck you Lakatraz" by Very Gay, and I just think switching Vega's name to Very Gay is funny. Now, Very Gay, the totally real modder, might have thought he had the last laugh, but stress level 7 stepped up and decided to stick up for the first guy, Vega, by making No Fusion Backshots. Are you following? This is important. This is important shit right here. This needed to be a video. This is really... I'm gonna paraphrase it here, but basically what it says in the readme for this one is, "It has been brought to my attention that for some reason, Team Shitpost, creator of No Fusion Backshots, added a mod that removes the backshots. I fucking hate your mod. Fuck you, Team Shitpost, stress level 7. You could tell me that these two backshot mods are made by the same person, and I'd believe you in an instant. But this all goes an entire another layer deeper, because someone with a parody name of the very first guy comes in, making Yes Fusion Backdoor, in which the readme says that this guy does want unbannable users, and says screw you Vega, the guy who made the first fucking mod. Are you locked in? Are you following along on this fourth one? Hope so, because there's actually now a 5th shitpost called No Yes Fusion Backdoor, which removes the remover of the backdoor to make Lakatraz and friends unbannable. So why am I telling you guys all of this ridiculous nonsense? This guy made a mod called No Fusion, which just gets rid of Fusion and has the message, "Honestly, I know that this was probably done so people can play Bonelab with their friends, so sincerely, Thank you, Lakatraz. And by the way, all of these mods are real mods for the most part. The Yes Fusion Backdoor mod actually requires you to have the original No Fusion Backdoor mod so that it can cancel out what that mod does and accomplishes the same thing as if you just didn't install either of these. There's so many layers to this, but the fact that one of those layers is that these are all, like, for the most part, working mods that actually do what they say is fucking crazy. Why would you go out of your way to do this? It's not even that funny. We now have Yes No Yes Fusion Backdoor, which removes the remover of the remover of the remover to the backdoor, and Yes No Yes Fusion Backdoor, which removes the remover of the remover of the remover of the remover. Yeah, this bit's getting old now. It was kind of funny at first for like the first 3 of them, but at this point it's kind of gotten old and is just sort of hogging up Thunderstore with all of this bloat. It's something to think about and is a little worrying because Thunderstore doesn't really have any moderation on a per game basis, so stuff like this can kind of just happen and be on Thunderstore forever, and that kind of sucks. Thunderstore should have some form of way to get community moderators or something like that, but it doesn't, so we're kind of just stuck with no yes no yes fusion butt sex mod unless something changes, which it likely won't, and again, that sucks. We have no idea if these mods will get taken down. Realistically, they probably won't, especially since some of them are actually functional, which is funny. Don't get it wrong, that is funny that they're functional, but we're still stuck with them on Thunderstore unless everyone collaboratively agrees that it's worth getting rid of them, which I very much doubt is something that will happen. Only time will tell if this goes anywhere, but really it is kind of worrying to think that Thunderstore, the home to our code mods, is this easy to sort of do whatever you want with. Maybe one day in the future, modders will switch from Thunderstore to somewhere else, or Thunderstore will step it up and do something, but even if they don't, it's not that big of a deal. It's no yes fusion butt sex mod. It's not that bad. It's not the end of the world, but it does kind of suck. With that out of the way, I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, be sure to check out the last one where we reveal Squid Game in Bonelab. It's going to be a mod releasing on Mod.io, and the release date will be announced alongside the big video showcasing the mod. I cooked up a little teaser for it, showcasing some of the games and leaving some for interpretation, so you might be able to figure out what one out is if you look closely enough at the teaser. And Swipes and Hazzy cooked up with it and spent a long time working on it, so absolute props to them for putting a whole bunch of work into it. You can get 10% off any game on the Quest store using the link in the description. Literally any game. Again, I still don't know if I'm allowed to do this, but I'm still doing it. We're still kicking. And thank you so much for putting up with this slop until a bigger video releases. There's not much going on, so I really do appreciate you watching even when it's not as spectacular as some of my others.